Hi, Taurus. If you want to come on in, we'll see what your message in the bottle is whenever you decide to find this. See what the scroll says as it's washed up on the spiritual shores, meeting the beaches of the body. Thank you so much for being here. We'll scry your ink. We have a shaman's palm of oracle here for support, and as well ghost box seer. So this is a visual version versus the audio version. Receive or release freely, of course. Taurians, here's your ink blot if you want to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time and terms, of course. Thank you for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights, and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Taurians. All right, let's get going here. I'm going to take a moment if you'd like to join me to close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Taurians, let's go. Is it the Mad Hatter, the Bride of Frankenstein? This is kind of like a couple. I'm seeing it, whether it's the internal couple or a partnership, professional, personal, romantic, platonic. It's like as if the Mad Hatter and the Bride of Frankenstein got together, and it makes sense. Though they're from different stories, from different lures, maybe different cultures, different backgrounds. But I'm hearing very clearly the psychology is the same. So there's something, maybe you are working through something, Taurians, or you might be with somebody, friend, partnership, etc., where you have a commonality of, I want to say trauma, but it's not, it doesn't quite feel that way, but there's a compassion for what one's gone through, even if they're in different respects and different regards. Because when I'm seeing like the Bride of Frankenstein, there's stigma, there's like a mummification around it, wounded healer vibes. There's also a rebirthing, like a mummy's coming back to life, like the mummy, the majesty, the unwrapping this vintage, ancient energy within me. And as it's coming forward, it's like I hand part of that awakening off to the mental state, to the Mad Hatter, and whatever the pain of the mental mind, of the swords, if I may, has been in anguish without this, with knowing it's there, like knowing it's somewhere out in the wonderland of the world, and it's coming back in. Does that make sense? I don't fully feel like I'm saying that correctly, but hopefully you understand. It's coming together. It's coming together, and it's like, I've missed you, but I needed to wait. Maybe there's a rekindling of something, or like I said, just within the self. I had to breathe through that. I'm seeing like a Darth Vader stormtrooper, like I was in costume. I marched with them, or I marched with a lot of armor. And interesting how I'm seeing like the stormtroopers, because how I think their armor stuff is all white. So like at a glance, you would see everything's all white and light, but it's really serving Darth Vader, darkness. And again, I'm not getting stuck on good or bad. This isn't about judgments. Yes, I'm still here. Thank you. This is just a perception. Okay. I'm going to actually turn it sideways for a moment. Something about Christmas time, elves. Something about elves, the letter A as well. Stepping through, like A+. I don't know if you have felt like you have been studying for something. It's right there in your aura. And I'm seeing one of those sands of time, kind of, where each layer represents something. But it's like sand, and I can see layers, almost like an archaeological dig. Archaeological dig. I've been doing this and it's clearing up. But you know, I don't mean like it's clearing up in regards to like a cycle or something. What I mean is the way I'm feeling it, Taurians, is I've cleared up space for more layers, because whatever this is, within or without, this partnership, this pairing, the male and female energies, aspects, this, that, or the other, the plus and the minuses, the A's and the B's, or the A's to the Z's, the cold to the hot. I've been missing you. I've been missing you, and I'm coming together, and it makes space for a new adventure. I'm also seeing Q-tips, if that means anything to anyone. I'm seeing somebody work on something. Sorry, I don't know if they're woodworking or whittling or like holding something. It's a rooster. It's a rooster. It's time. Like it's like feeding. It's time. It's time. Feeding the rooster that will reveal the cock-a-doodle-doo type thing, the divine timing of it. I feel like there's also someone in spirit that may have someone who's either a farmer or Russian, I want to say. Like you might have a lineage in there somewhere. And they step forward. They're helping like lift and pick it up and, you know, put it over here with you, not for you, with you. Seeing somebody at attention. I feel like the rooster is a big deal, but I don't know why personally. Oh, we have an image coming through here. While that's happening, I'll get ready to reveal your shaman's palm, and we'll go through for added support. Those doors? Those are doors opening. What is that drink? Boba, something along that lines. And how again, I'm seeing it like the black pearl. There's an opening. You've created the opening. You've created the space to walk through. And now I'm seeing it like Alice in Wonderland when she was too big for the door one way, too small, and then it all just kind of fits right. But the proportion to the door that she walks through to the table still seems off and obscure, but it all works out. Okay, Taurians, I'm going to wander into your cave of ice here in your pinky. You have the spirit of challenge. You've gone through the challenge. You've reached the challenge. You've conquered the challenge with wisdom. It's also something about like, you know, cool guy, like who is that? Oh, I can never remember. Anyway, hey, getting that comb, being able to comb your hair back, like it's all going to be so cool. Like you're going to be so happy that this pairing came together, within or without. Whatever work that you've been doing, whatever your focus on, I feel like you have been so patient, grain of sand by grain of sand, creating this like sand art that, you know, eons of time can do. But it's like you are it. Like every speck of yourself is like sand art that has taken millennia and millennia to be presented in this form in preparation for this magic moment. I don't know. There it is. Wandering into your cave of winds, you have shaman of tradition. Oh, you've been patient. You've done things the way that you know. Okay, but it also brings me into that. Somebody at attention, the farmer, even maybe your background culture. You've always done things, or at least in some regards, you have followed the tradition of the Taurian, and you have done well by it. You have done well. You have persevered and pursued. And that's why this reward is coming through. Let's check out your, so Dancer of Life is in your cave of hearth fire. And there's a dancing. And there's the two people. There's the two. Whatever this pairing is for you, it could be like ketchup and mustard on a burger or on a hot dog. Or, do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't need to be massive to be magnificent. Your aura is just in it to win it. You've gone through some sort of challenge. Rooster. I keep coming back to this rooster. Coming into your cave of rivers, your feeling hunter of honor is coming through. Yeah, tradition and honor. Like, Taurians don't mess around. It is very important. Like, values, core values, traditions within yourself, traditions that you're building, that you embody, that are setting your life up for, I'll say that, awesome. And if there is any, like seeing that stormtrooper, the white and Darth Vader, dark Vader type thing, I feel like this is all being worked out within the self in some way, shape, or form, whatever that means for somebody. Cave of Earth, we have here Ancestor of Knowing. We've talked about this, Oh my goodness, excuse me, It's always like you've known the plan. You didn't like the plan necessarily at times. And the challenge is to recognize or have really good discipline to be like, I haven't always liked the plan, but I've had this knowing, whatever this is, to come together. I'm also seeing, I don't know if it's like a doctor or a massage, like you're either getting your eyes checked or, like maybe you're getting new glasses or something like that. And then also somebody getting a back massage. Taurians, we'll add on some native spirit. I love that it's so abstract that sometimes I don't even know what's going on. It's like the black pearl. Maybe something is bringing me into Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't think I've actually ever seen the movies or the... Yeah, I think they're movies, right? I don't know how many there are. The black pearl. Like, everyone's chasing the diamond. Everyone's chasing the white pearl. But I feel like you already knew you had that. And you just needed the black pearl as well to balance it out. Thank you. Okay. On the bottom, we have medicine bag. This is the companion is your spirit. So we have Spirit of Air, Trickster, and Dream Traveler. If you want to take a screenshot, should they mean anything to you. If I recall, they came out that way. White Buffalo, and then Unseen is Grandfather Sky. This is the Ancestor of Knowing. As well, when I was talking about the male energy, the male expressed. Somebody had attention, this, that, or the other. It is a male. Yeah. So it could be somebody from your lineage. They're very wise. It's like because they have knowledge of the inside, like they were part of something so they know the workings of it. Taurians, and the Spirit of Air seems to be your challenge of getting a hold of those thoughts, because deep down inside you have this knowing, but it's almost like remembering each grain of sand creates a mountain. It's the whole ocean, each drop in the ocean, but for you, it's coming through each grain of sand creates the mountain. And you will not be tricked by any sort of traditions or perceptions that people lead with. And this is like, get your attention. This gets your attention. If, they're coming in all light, white, and bright, kind of like wintertime where the snow is glaring, you're like, okay, hold on. But that's also a tradition of something that may want to lure you as a distraction or away from things. But if you step forward to that, you're also on some sort of level, subconscious to conscious, you are deciding that you're it's worth it. There's something to learn along the lines of being distracted. Or even if there's things along the lines of some sort of tradition, maybe it's your work policies, maybe it's your mind, the way you're thinking, to change your thinking, to receive this and realize, okay, if this Bride of Frankenstein and Mad Hatter are coming together as, archetypal energies, I can't keep thinking the way I was, because it actually doesn't pertain. But if we do, it reverts us to that place because that's where we're holding reality. However, Taurians, Dancer of Life, Dream Traveler, you have such a dream for your life, and you are doing it. You are doing it. And even any sort of stumbling blocks or patience that is required, you are the sign that's going to do it. Step by step, slow and steady. And it's like the turtle wins the race, but it's not even that. It's like when the bull sees red, you're not even angry anymore. You're like, you know what? I see that red. I see it as passion now. I see it as remembering. I see it in somebody else because I can relate to that. I can support, but it's not mine to cure. I understand the journey. Does that make sense? White buffalo, hunter of honor. You will walk into your storms. Not like when the bull sees red and you're walking through with anger and passion. It's like being really mindful if you're triggered by other people really quickly, or if they try to do that to you, to remember like, oh yeah, Taurians don't really have it together. There's, they can still be triggered. We can still poke the bear. Any cross watchers may want to reconsider, because there is honor in the buffalo and the bull. The buffalo and the bull. Grandfather Sky, ancestor of knowing. They really are trying to send you more information because you've been digging in and you've been doing the work. I don't even know if some of you have realized how efficiently you've been doing the work. And I don't know what this is in relation to. I honestly don't. I think it's, to be honest with you, when I wander into it, it's like the air of the life that I dream of and seeing it come to fruition little by little. Sometimes there's things that, take a step back. If it's, in house or career, I do feel like it's these things that bring stability in the tangible realm, because that's okay. Mountains are stable. They are revered in many, many places in their scope and what they offer, but they're also highly mysterious. So any foxes that come out to play with the Taurians, fox could also be a sign that's coming through that the universe has gently been nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. And I feel like, Taurians, you've been seeing this everywhere. Ascension is on the bottom. Taurians, we also have here light. It's time to reveal your radiant light to the world. It could be this whole time. Maybe you thought you were dark. You thought you were the black pearl, and in the black pearl, realizes, oh, I'm also the white pearl. Inner alchemy. Inner alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. And I feel like, Taurians, this is what we've been talking about in some way, shape, or form, just better said on a card than the way I yammer it out. The inner alchemy, your thoughts, your challenges, not tricking yourself, hearing and heeding the signs. You have been doing it. You've been doing it so that the bull doesn't see red and charge erratically. But when a bull does decide to charge, peace be with you. And of course, we have here a family of tree, which for me, it's like I'm on the top of some sort of mountain. That it's like seeing the mountains that, if I may, at this point in time, represents that Taurian energy, right? Every grain of sand, eons and eons and millennia. There's some sort of commitment or communion being made between some sort of aspects or archetypes, people, places, or things. And this is happening on that mountain where the trees are growing. So not only can you appreciate the rugged mountainness and that terrain, but trees also welcome that. And it's almost like they are, by extension, on the back of the Taurian, reach higher for you to breathe bigger, brighter, better air. I love it, Taurians. If I didn't say so already, please do like, share, and subscribe. I thank you so much for your time and attention. As well, if you would like to donate support, all the links are below. Request a personal as well. And to all those who do donate and support, and like you warm my haunted heart. You really have no idea how meaningful it is. Sincerely, I mean that. So, Taurians, until next time, until I see you later, thank you for scrying with me.